here in Sebastopol, you all know me as a music teacher, but my other hat is educational researcher, and my research topic at the moment is interest. I am interested in interest, and this was perfect for Ignite Night because we are all here because we're all fired up about something. All of us are here, or we want to be fired up, or anyway, it's in our blood here at Ignite. So I'm here to talk to you about what interest is. Well, fundamentally, interest is an emotion. That means that it's got an evolutionary purpose as part of our seeking system. It has an object, that is, we're interested in something. It's not just interested, it's in something, and it can be momentary or enduring. Now, interest has feelings associated with it, but also it's physiological. Your body gets engaged with that object of interest. Also, all of your resources are attending to that one object, and that's wonderful about interest. Here's the way it works. You make an appraisal. You see something, anything, real or imagined, and you decide, is this thing new? Is it complex? Does it present a challenge to me? And then you evaluate, can I handle that challenge? Do I have the skills or the knowledge to cope with that challenge? Can I understand it? Can I do it? And when these two things are aligned, the challenge and the skill, you have interest right down the sweet spot. But what if they were out of balance? What if you were in a situation that was very, very challenging and you didn't have the skills or didn't think that you had the skills to cope with it? Well, you might feel a little anxious. Or if you were in a situation that wasn't very challenging, but you had high skills in that area, you might feel bored, and that would be highly unfortunate. Now, goals can make anything more interesting. So if you want something, you're going to feel even more interested than you would have before. And so that's all of the parts that go into making interest. But here's the cool thing, the awesome in interest. We call this intrinsic motivation. When want to and have to are the same thing, and interest is really at the core of intrinsic motivation. Also, when you're interested in something, you allocate all your resources to attending to that thing. And so you're immersed, or you have deep learning associated with your object of interest. So also, the super awesome is that you persist. So when you have obstacles that might have made you give up in any other situation where you weren't interested, if you're interested, you're going to blow right through that obstacle, or you're going to sit there and bang against it until you get there, because the interest leads you to persist. Now, what if you wanted to make something interesting? You have a problem, because there are no universally interesting things in the whole wide world. But I tell you what, food comes close, human themes, surprise. But there are some things that you can do. You can create a climate that is autonomous. People want to feel like they're in charge of their own fate. And if they are able to make decisions for themselves, they can find their interest. Also, it helps to have an aspect of relatedness. If you're a part of a community, you're more likely to feel interested in whatever that community has gathered around. People need to feel a part of things. And finally, if you are good at something, if you feel competent in an area, if you have something that you can contribute to that community, you're liable to be interested in that thing you've got to contribute. Now, what if you're in a situation that's not interesting, but you really wish it was? There are some things you can do. So, first of all, seek complexity. Look around you. I mean, wonder, where did my oatmeal come from? And if it's too challenging, and you just can't understand it, find a teacher, read a book, break it down into smaller tasks. You can do things to heighten your skill in the situation. Finally, find something meaningful and get involved in it. I personally recommend music. My name is Beth Ann Turner, and I am interested in interest. And if you are also interested in interest, please shake my hand tonight or send me an email. The slides were courtesy of the Vancouver Travel Board. I was stuck there with no internet connection last week. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much.